All right, I'm here at the AWS reInvent, and I'm super excited to be with the DevRel team of Neo4j. Alison and Jason, welcome to the Ravit Show.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited. I watch your show all the time, so I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome, that's amazing, and that's good to hear that you've kind of seen the show. So a lot of things that we're going to chat about, obviously the developer community, the growth of GraphRag, the growth of graphs, and what's new at Neo4j, all the fun stuff. But just for our audience, would you like to quickly introduce yourself, tell us more about what do you do at Neo4j?
Sure. So I'm Alison Cossette. I am in developer relations at Neo4j, and I focus primarily on graph data science and AI.
That's awesome.
Hi, my name is Jason Koo. I am also a developer advocate at Neo4j, and I focus on a lot of community growth, education, like talking to a lot of folks who have never heard of graph databases and introducing them into our world.
Yeah, that's awesome, and thanks for sharing that. I'm kind of curious to know, I think it was maybe 5 years back or maybe more, when I heard about Graph first, it was quite new to me. But then now I've seen the community grow so much. There have been enterprise leaders who've kind of believed so much in Graph. How do you all look at it? Because you all have like such huge community, and how have you all seen the growth over the years? What are your thoughts, Alison?
Well, I literally have spent the entire year traveling the world, spending time with our community.
Nice.
Just came back from an APAC tour, so I've been everywhere. And what I love, the graph community is so passionate and so really eager to see what's possible. So it definitely is growing exponentially. Our community is just going off the charts right now.
That's awesome. Jason, what do you think about the community over the years? How's that grown?
It's like transition, right? Like the whole AI vector space came in last year.
Yes.
And like just talking about GraphRag this year has been like just like a rocket that's taken off.
Wow, yeah.
The number of people now interested in graphs are just like way higher, and whenever I go to conferences and talks, all the other vendors are like, oh, you're from Neo4j. Everyone keeps asking me about GraphRag and when we're going to support you. And I'm like, that's awesome. I love hearing that. So yeah.
That's a good problem to have, for sure.
It's a great problem to have.
Yeah, and in terms of, even the community, how do people join the Neo4j community? What's the process? Do you want to share something?
Well, there's so many different routes you can get involved with Neo4j.
Yeah.
So we're on Discord. We have a community forum. We're at like so many events. You can just join us.
Right.
We also have an online academy called Graph Academy. So it's a free online course. So people wanting to get started can start there, and then from there you can just show up to where we're showing up, and then just get involved.
Yeah, the community forum is really easy to find, community.neo4j.com. So we try to make it easy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I'm kind of also curious to learn a little about, graph database. That's like a big topic I've been listening around in the community, but I've been hearing a little bit from Neo4j as well. So would you like to share how to start with graph database? How does that work?
Okay, so lots of different ways you can get started, right? The easiest way is to use Aura. It's our free hosted version. So we have many tiers, but if you're just starting off, you can go Aura free. When you're ready, you move to professional, and so on and so forth. You can also use this locally, right? So you can download a desktop version. You can download an image and go directly to a device. We also have a Docker image. So basically, and we're also on all three major platforms. So we're on AWS, and also Azure and Google Cloud. So any of those platforms. So basically, anywhere a developer is working and needs to deploy like a scalable database, we have a solution for you.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. I'm kind of also wanting to learn a little about the meetups, because you all do a lot of meetups. I was at the Graph Summit that happened in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And such great community showed up, and everyone is so enthusiastic about GraphRag. So wanting to learn about the meetups that you all are planning for 2025, how does that happen? How can developers contribute to that?
Yeah, we actually have a ninja program.
Yeah.
So folks who are graph enthusiasts, graphistas, a lot of times they will be part of our presentations at meetups. The DevRel community and our community managers, we're all over the world, so you can definitely keep an eye on like Luma or different meetup places, like really just check out your local. But I would say really just if you come to Neo4j and become part of the community, that's a great way to go about finding out what we're up to.
Fantastic. And you all do the world tours, where they can easily meet and learn more about in person. You'll also have in those meetups, I think, and the tours that you'll do, I think there are workshops as well, because
We
I remember
do.
there was a panel discussion, there was keynote, there was also workshops that were happening.
Yeah.
So you'll sum it up very well in terms of the learning.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, much to my family's chagrin, I haven't been home much lately because there is such a thirst out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've done workshops and meetups in Australia and San Francisco and Bangalore and like Singapore. I was just
Wow.
in Singapore. We've got them in London. So we're kind of everywhere.
You're
right
non-stop,
now.
right? I know,
Yeah.
I know. I love it. One more thing that I wanted to ask in terms of the developers, I'm pretty sure they are excited about, also wanting to try different projects. Are there projects that you suggest them to, do specifically? Or where can they even try just to get started?
Right, so we do have a sandbox environment that you can run, so it's a sandbox on neo4j.com,
Nice.
which comes like pre-packaged data sets, so you can just load in and get ready. We also have the LLM graph builder that we've been demoing a lot of this last year.
Nice.
So and we have a hosted version, so someone could just go and just like throw unstructured data at it, create a knowledge graph. You can also run it locally. So yeah, we got those two options. I would recommend as the kind of starting positions.
Fantastic. I'm going to share a few links with the folks as well, for sure.
Yeah, what I love about Sandbox is that there's actually a playbook that comes along with it. So
Yeah.
you learn about how Graph works through whatever your use case. So whether it's fraud detection or community detection, all the different ways that you can leverage Graph, and it'll walk you through all the queries and it'll teach you all about it.
That's awesome. These are great insights and definitely great ways to get involved in the Neo4j developer community. And you all are doing fantastic work in this space. But
Thank you.
one last question I have is, I'm pretty sure a lot of developers would want to also reach out to you all, Alison,
Oh, yes.
Jason. So where can they do that?
Best place to find me always is LinkedIn.
Nice.
And just DM me and say, I'm a Graph curious. I have some questions.
Same, yeah, LinkedIn is kind of my preferred social network, so yeah, reach out to me that way.
Awesome. This was such a great conversation. Thanks for doing this. Thanks for educating us about all the excitement that is there in the developer community and about Graph and how things are moving in the right direction for GraphRag as well.
Yeah.
So looking forward to keeping the conversation going, but such a pleasure hosting you both.
It was so nice to spend time with you. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.